Hello, welcome to the Pink Sheet Insider. This is Matthew Donato. With me is Michael Veach, and we're here to talk about the 2012 Preakness Stakes. Mike, Bodemeister did not win the Derby, and yet everybody's talking about him. He's the favorite. Everybody thinks he's the horse to beat. What do you think?
Well, after reading so much of the last 2 weeks, maybe he did win the Derby, and we don't know that he did. But all kidding aside, he deserves all the accolades he gets. I think in doing so, there's a bit of an overlook of how well I'll Have Another ran. We can't remember the Derby winner as I'll Have Another. So for me, this does shape up as the same two horses are the ones to beat. I think Bodemeister definitely is going to be prominent from the outset. Probably in this field here, he should be able to slow down a little bit. We won't see a 109 and something. We might see a 110, 111. And for me, the question becomes, I'll Have Another, who does have stalking speed. Does it fall to him to track Bodemeister early? And if it does, we could see a real humdinger of a battle up front.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to have to run some very technically sound race in order to keep up with Bodemeister's raw talent. Do you see any comparisons with Bodemeister and Shackelford last year?
I kind of do for the Preakness, and it's interesting. I feel personally, and I think I wrote this on Wednesday, that horses that run good in the Derby can come back in 2 weeks and run good again. I think that form holds up, and I think they're both feeling well. And Shackelford ran a good Derby last year. He just blossomed at Pimlico. And so, yes, I do. Bodemeister could blossom at Pimlico. I also see a similarity with Curlin a few years ago, who got the Preakness after going to the Derby with a stellar, up quick record. So, yeah, I think it's a fair comparison.
Excellent. And obviously Bodemeister, people tend to think that he's going to benefit from the track being just a little bit shorter than it was at the Derby. Are there any horses that you think might be able to benefit from that as well?
Again, I think he more than anybody else. I mean, we make a lot about the fact that he, had it been the same distance of 110 yards shorter, he would have held up in the Kentucky Derby. But again, it's a different track. It's a different scenario. I think there's been too much criticism of Mike Smith. Look, he had to go and he had to clear in the Kentucky Derby, and he was pressured for a while. That should not be the case. So as far as, I think the key to the benefit of the shorter distance is, does Bodemeister relax for a longer period of time going down the backstretch? To me, because I think Bodemeister can probably relax and go 1.5 miles. Believe it or not, I really do. His sire was a tremendous distance horse, Empire Maker. Yeah,
we'll have to remember that for
3 weeks.
And there's fewer horses in this race. There's only going to be 11 running compared to the 20 from the Kentucky Derby, but we still have a couple of new faces. Are there any horses who did not run in the Derby that people should be looking out for?
That's a great... amongst the new faces, Teeth of the Dog kind of intrigues me. I think he's worth looking at. Tiger Walk kind of intrigues me from Sagamore Farm. They're a Maryland outfit. I think that always makes a bit of a difference. Marylanders want to get their race as far as that goes. But it's... I've got to be honest with you. The top two in the Derby look to me again like the top two in the Preakness.
I agree with you there. Absolutely. All right, well, that'll do it today from the Pink Sheet Insider. Thank you, Mike Veach, for coming and sticking by with us. Matthew Donato, and we'll see you again for the Belmont Stakes. Thank you very much.
Definitely good luck.